I love thrift stores, garage sales, flea markets, and repurposing what I have. I recently went digging into my stuff, as well as went on an adventure to these places to find items that I could repurpose into planters for the summer. Let's start with the process. First, find something you want to turn into a planter. I'll be using this water can that I found at a flea market. I added some dirt in the watering can with a garden shovel, and I used garden gloves to protect my hands. I pulled the flowers out of the plastic container they came in. If the flowers are in a container of some kind, give the plastic container a little squeeze to help loosen them. I placed my flowers into my watering can on top of the dirt inside. I added some more dirt around the flowers and pressed down around the roots to make sure I got them planted in the watering can securely. I watered the flowers a little after planting them to hydrate them. I placed my planter where I wanted to display it. I took a teacup and saucer that I found from a thrift store and I planted a mini rose plant in it. I found a mini strainer that I had laying around that I wasn't using for anything. I rescued a plant from the store that was on clearance and I planted it in it. My son had a Tonka truck growing up. He's now a teenager and doesn't play with it anymore. I couldn't let it go, it would break my heart, so I decided to turn it into a planter. I added some dirt and some marigolds. Next, I used an old teapot that I had on hand. Again, I placed a little dirt in the bottom, the flower on top, and added a little more dirt and pressed down to secure it. When adding water, just add enough to make the dirt damp but not wet. This is an old fondue pot that I found. I used the top bowl to plant some lavender in it. And I placed it on my porch. Not only does it smell wonderful, but it is also a bug repellent. I found an old vintage bundt pan and decided to turn it into a planter as well. I used a 4-pack of flowers and I spaced them out evenly around the bundt pan. I added some dirt and pressed down to secure them, followed by watering them lightly. You can add a container of flowers to an old camping pot to give it new life. I took an old pumpkin candle holder. I added a flower pot with basil in it. I placed it on a table, and now I have a patio herb garden. I took an old pink bucket that used to be my kids' when they were little. I added some dirt and some flowers to it. I placed it inside a spring basket. I hung it up, and now I have a hanging planter. I found this saucer minus the cup holders at the thrift store. I removed basil, rosemary, and parsley from their plastic containers and replanted them in Dollar Tree pots. I placed the pots in the holes in the sauce holder, and now I have an herb planter for inside my home. I displayed several of these on a plant stand that I put on my front porch for the summer. I hope this inspired you to make some thrift store planters of your own. Thanks for watching.
Hey YouTubers, thanks for watching. To never miss another Hometalk video, click here to subscribe. And to be inspired for your next DIY project, click here.